Welcome to Happy Flappy Farm. It's August the 17th, 2022, and we are just coming in to the entrance to the farm, going through the gates. We just saw some of our milking goats. The two girls are being weaned from their mother. And this is our blueberry fruit orchard. We have our pigs in here right now. They're eating the grasses and fertilizing. Very important work. This is our pen that we use for quarantining goats and for breeding and for weaning babies from their mothers. See, there's our portable pig shelter and the big water trough for the pigs. They're probably going to follow me over here because they think I'm going to feed them some food. They're wrong. So this year we have started using the electric nets to move the goats around the 4-acre property and allow them a bigger area to graze. This has been a big help. It's meant that I've had to mow less, so it's given me back a lot of time. Plus we have a lot more pasture. I took down a lot of the cross fencing, and now we have more open areas that we can move electric netting into. We've got 3 solar chargers that we use with the electric netting. This is a temporary hay shelter that I built. As we get closer to winter time, we will lose all of this wonderful green stuff, and the goats will be eating more hay. They're enjoying the hay right now as well. So this is Poppy. The black and white one is Sapphire. And the brown one here is Rose. We have Grace. She's the black buckskin. And then in the distance we have Corey and Ella. I'm currently milking them. And that is our cattle panel greenhouse. Right now we're hosting some feathered friends, guineas, Muscovy ducks, silkies, and various chickens. And here are our bucks. This is CJ. CJ is mostly Nubian, and we are breeding him to Corey this year. And this is Blue. Blue was an addition last year. This is Cobalt. Cobalt just joined the herd this year. We bought him from Adam and Catherine Burleson in Tennessee. And then Patches here. He is going to be going to Julie and her husband Bobby when they get their fence up. And that handsome guy over there is Fireball. He has already been bred to Ella, and I'm looking forward to breeding him to Hope and Blessing that are over there being weaned from their mother, as well as maybe Poppy? I've already bred Fireball to Ella. That happened, I think, last week. So here we have a mobile goat shelter. They don't honestly use it that much, but if it rains, it does get used. They love to jump on top of this house, and I think the roofing is helping to keep their hooves a little bit shorter. This year we had a long period of no rain, and that really knocked back our strawberries. But there's still a bunch underneath all this tall smartweed. I'm planning to put my ducklings that I hatch in there to add to the fertility of the soil. It's one thing about strawberries and raspberries. You do need to add compost or birds that won't dig them up. This is our spring chicks that we hatched from our black Australorp rooster, and we have white leghorn hens and black Australorp hens and Sagitta hens. And we've got one frizzle hen. We've got a couple of frizzles here. Don't know if those are hens or roosters yet. Right now they're looking like hens. And these are our fall meat chicks. These are called Jackies. They're from Freedom Ranger. They're doing really well so far. And then we have some guineas. This is from our flock. We couldn't find very many eggs this year, but we got these 6 to this point, and I've got eggs in the incubator now. We've already got 7 guineas have hatched, so that's a good start for a new flock for Trinity. I'm renovating all the landscaping around the house. I'm going to be building this up into new beds, bring in the landscape blocks, put blocks around the air conditioning unit. Maybe I can keep the grass from growing as much right next to it. These figs are finally producing. This is either the 3rd or 4th year I've had them planted. I created them from cuttings of the original plant. We've got our asparagus, it's got seeds on it. And then we've got some horseradish in that jungle right there. This is the back patio. I'm doing some renovation on it. Trying to make it all beautiful. Slowly working on a new patio with the pavers. I want to bring that in and create a fire pit with some benches around it so that we can roast marshmallows over some burning wood or coals, whatever we decide, in the fall and winter. And here's the other cattle panel greenhouse. And this one, I'm going to be moving to Trinity. After our feathered friends leave, I will move that flock into the other cattle panel greenhouse, and then take that cattle panel greenhouse apart. There's a bunch of pavers under it that I need for the patio, for one thing. Let's visit the rabbits. So I've got the cages set up for the breeding rabbits. And I kept this mom and her babies, 6 of them, in here so far. I may move her into a pasture house, I'm not sure. This is Raffaello. She has just been separated from her daughter. That young guy is going to be processed soon. This one is a new breeding buck. Still needs a name. This is Kitty. Here's Seymour. So the breeders are doing pretty well. We're going to work towards a ranch system in Trinity and move a group of them to try it out for us. This is our food forest. We have mostly mulberries in here, but we've also got elderberries they produced this year. We've got hazelnuts. Our chestnut trees are starting to get as halfway tall as the mulberries. Mulberries grow really fast. And we've got some figs. Strange thing, those other fig cuttings took 3 or 4 years to have figs on them. This cutting may be 2 years old at the most, and it's already got figs on it. So we've got our Timuk mama rabbit there. She has 3 girls with her. I'm going to keep them for breeding. And then this is Raffaello, her daughter. She was bred to an American Blue. So her daughter is half American Blue. Half. So we've got some nice grass here, and I could definitely bring the pigs back in here. They will actually eat this Bermuda grass. They also love the ironweed, and we've got a bit of ironweed back here. I noticed that the goji berries over there have actually got berries on them. I ate one earlier. These are my oldest goji bushes, and they are actually producing berries. Not very many berries, but a few. They end up getting these brown spots. They look kind of awful, but they're full of antioxidants, so the least I can do is feed them to the chickens. Next, we're going to go visit Dottie and her piglets. That's one of the successes for this year, is how much I've been able to move the pigs through all of this and have them have the benefit of eating the weeds and grasses, and then the benefit the land has probably received from having the pig manure. I'm not really sure yet, but seems like there would be some benefit there. Maybe I'll be able to see it in the future. So here's Dottie, and she has just had a litter of piglets for us. She had 4 piglets, which is really awesome. Way to go, Dottie. So their father, their sire, is half Cooney. His sire was Fozzie, and half American Guinea Hog. So these piglets are 3/4 Cooney. Looking good. We still have, this is almost an acre back here, and I've got a hoop house back here that we're also going to dig up and take to Trinity and install in the garden, and that will help us create our rabbit ranch and a place to house chickens and ducks and set up a remote system for them to live in Trinity and start building compost and all that wonderful stuff. So thank you for coming on this tour with me, and I hope to do it again soon.